The 1871 cc seated Liberty Dollar is not just a rare American coin. It is one of the greatest treasures ever produced by the legendary Carson City Mint. Born in a time of silver strikes, dusty mining camps, saloon trade, and frontier chaos, this coin carries the soul of the Old West. With extremely low mintage and even fewer survivors, collectors today are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars just to own a piece of this history. But what makes the 1871 cc so important, so valuable, and so fiercely hunted by numismatists around the world? Today, we're unlocking its full story, its origin, rarity, design, and the surprising prices it reaches today. The journey of the 1871 cc seated Liberty Dollar begins in the Rocky Hills of Nevada, where the discovery of the Comstock lode transformed the American economy almost overnight. The Carson City Mint was established to handle the overwhelming amount of silver flowing out of the mines, and its CC mint mark quickly became a symbol of Western heritage. These coins weren't made for collectors. They were born for survival. They passed through miners' hands, saloon counters, stagecoaches, and trading posts that stretched across a wild frontier. In 1871, Carson City struck just a small batch of seated dollars. Officially, fewer than 1,400 coins were produced, a shockingly low number compared to most U.S. mint issues. But the real rarity lies in what happened next. These coins circulated heavily in rough environments where money was a tool, not a collectible. Many were melted, lost, damaged, or spent until they were barely recognizable. That's why today, even heavily worn examples are prized, and high-grade survivors are considered nearly miraculous. The design of the seated Liberty Dollar is a masterpiece in itself. On the obverse, Liberty sits on a rock, draped in flowing robes, holding a shield marked Liberty and a staff topped with a Phrygian cap, a classic symbol of freedom. Surrounding her are 13 stars representing the original states, anchoring the design in America's early story. Flip the coin over, and you'll find a proud American eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. Strength and peace captured in a single image. But what makes this design even more special is the little CC mint mark beneath the eagle, instantly calling back to the grit, danger, and excitement of the West. Rarity experts classify the 1871 cc as a key date in the entire seated dollar series. Because so few high-grade examples exist, collectors compete fiercely for the best pieces. Even grades like fine and very fine, which are considered modest for most coins, can command thousands of dollars. But the real shock comes with uncirculated examples. Auction houses have seen prices soar beyond $50,000, and in some cases, elite specimens have approached and passed the six-figure mark. For a coin that once might have been used to buy a meal in a dusty Nevada saloon, that is an extraordinary transformation. Beyond monetary value, what truly captivates collectors is the history each coin carries. Every 1871 cc seated dollar has lived a life. It has traveled through mining camps, paid for goods in remote settlements, and survived decades when countless others were lost or destroyed. The scratches, toning, and wear you see on an authentic piece are not flaws, they are stories etched into silver by time. Holding one is like holding a silent witness to America's frontier era. It represents the dreams of miners, the risks of traders, and the explosive energy of a nation expanding westward. That connection to real history is one of the biggest reasons this coin continues to fascinate collectors more than 150 years later. So if you ever encounter an 1871 cc seated Liberty Dollar, whether at an estate sale, a coin shop, or tucked away in a family collection, stop and take a closer look. You could be holding a Carson City treasure worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. More importantly, you could be holding a piece of the American West preserved in silver. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy deep dives into rare and historic coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and join me again for more hidden treasures from history.